Today I am starting 6th lecture of course on basic electrical engineering. Now in this lecture I am going to discuss Norton's theorem. Contents: Norton's theorem. In direct current circuit theory, Norton's theorem is a simplification that can be applied to networks made of linear time invariant resistances, voltage sources and current sources. At a pair of terminals of the network, it can be replaced by a current source and a single resistor in parallel. For alternating current system, the theorem can be applied to reactive impedances as well as resistances. Statements of the Norton's theorem. Norton's theorem states that any two-terminal linear network containing independent voltage and current sources may be replaced by an ISC in parallel with a resistance R int, where ISC is the short circuit current at network terminals and R int in the internal or equivalent resistance of networks as seen from the terminals, but with all voltage sources and all current sources open circuited. Steps for solving a network utilizing Norton's theorem. Step 1. Remove the load resistances of the circuit. Step 2. Now short circuit the load terminals and find the short circuit current ISC following through the shorted load terminals using conventional network analysis method. Step 3. Find internal resistance of the source network by deactivating the constant sources as viewed from the two terminals or load terminals. This internal resistance is also called Norton's resistance. Step 4. Norton's equivalent circuit is drawn by keeping the internal resistance in the parallel with the short circuit current. Step 5. Reconnect the load resistance RL of the circuit across the load terminals and find the current through it, known as a load current IL. Next slide. Explanation of Norton's theorem with an example. To understand Norton's theorem in detail, let us consider a circuit diagram given. We have find current through RL. You start with removing load resistance from the circuit. The load resistance has to be short circuited as shown in figure. Now find the short circuit current ISC flowing through the shorted load terminals using conventional network analysis methods. The value of total current flowing through the circuit found out the equation I equal to total voltage Vs divided by total resistance R1 plus these two resistance are parallel. So R2 into R3 divided by R2 plus R3. Then we get total current I from the circuit. And the short circuit current ISC is given by the equation ISC equal to using current divider rule. So total current I into R3 divided by R2 plus R3. Now the short circuit is removed and the independent source is deactivated as shown in the circuit diagram. And the value of the internal resistance is calculated. So this internal resistance is also called Norton's resistance. Okay, then find Norton's resistance or internal resistance. R1 and R2 are parallel and R2 are in series. So internal resistance equal to R2 plus R1 into R3 divided by R1 plus R3. As per the Norton's theorem, the equivalent source circuit would remain a current source in parallel to the internal resistance. The current source being the short circuited current across the short circuit terminals of the load resistor. The Norton's equivalent circuit is produced by reconnect RL as per the figure. Then find the load resistance using current divider rule. So load current equal to total current is ISC into our internal resistance divided by internal resistance plus load resistance. This is the IL. Numerical solution problem. Apply Norton's theorem to calculate current flowing through 5 ohm resistance in figure. Here 5 ohm resistor is considered to be load resistance. Remove 5 ohm resistance and become AB terminal is short circuited as shown in diagram. Now find the short circuit current ISC following through the shorted load terminals using conventional network analysis method as shown in figure 7. From figure, find the equivalent resistance with 20 volt source. So where 10 ohm resistance and short circuit means zero resistance. So 10 ohm resistance and zero resistance are in parallel. So we get this resistance here 0. Then 4 ohm and 8 ohm are in parallel. So these two are resistance is 8 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4. And these 4 ohm resistance are in series with this resistance. So total equivalent resistance is 4 plus 8 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4. Then we get 6.66 ohm. Then total current I, if we consider total current is I, then I equal to voltage is 20 divided by this current. So we get 3 ampere. Then short circuit current is using current divider rule. I is the total current into 4 ohm divided by 4 plus 8 ohm. Then we get 1 ampere. Now the short circuit is removed and independent source is deactivated as shown in circuit diagram. Then calculate Norton's resistance or internal resistance. Here 4 ohm and 4 ohm are in parallel and these resistance are in series and these total resistance are in parallel with 10 ohm resistance. So calculate the R internal viewed from AB terminal. Okay, so R internal resistance equal to 10 into 10 divided by 10 plus 10, then we get 5 ohm resistance. Follow this figure. As per the Norton's theorem, the equivalent source circuit would contain a current source in parallel to the internal resistance. The current source being short circuited current ISC across the short circuit terminal of the load resistance. So this one is the equivalent Norton's circuit diagram. Here 5 ohm is the load resistance and this is Norton's resistance and the short circuit current. All are the parallel. Then calculate load current using current divider rule. So total current is ISC into this internal resistance divided by internal resistance and load resistance. Then we get IL equal to 0.5 ampere. This IL passes through 5 ohm resistance. This is the answer. Seventh lecture is coming soon for more discussion. Please follow the lectures. Thank you.